One thing that we know about this recession is that even though it was caused by Wall Street and the financial industry, its victims have actually not been from that sector. 7 out of 10 jobs that were lost last year were blue-collar workers. 1 out of every 6 blue-collar workers has lost his or her job in the last year. So those people are the ones who have been impacted by Wall Street's shenanigans and the incredible deregulation that happened in the 80s and 90s. And it's these ordinary people that have to make the push to force government to do its job and to rein in the banks that are too big, the salaries that are way too high, and all the sort of shady financial practices that got us into this mess and that got working people into the situation that they're in now.
Because of all this Wall Street stuff, we've lost a lot of money. And every year there are more and more cuts. We're losing $1.4 billion this year on top of the other billions of dollars we've lost. We cannot get our equal funding money. I mean, we're talking about $5 billion in all.
We really are in a class war. And it's not a class war that poor people started, it's a class war that Wall Street started on poor people and middle-class Americans.
They only know what it's like to, sip champagne and live the life of the glory and run around in Lexuses, but come on, I've been homeless for 2 years and I'm only 20 years old. That's a shine, that's something wrong. I've been in the system since I was 11 years old, you know what I'm saying? They don't know.
So when those people are taking the streets and they're saying Wall Street has to pay, what they're asking for is a fairer economy, one much like perhaps we had in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and that's what the slogan stands for. And so I'm actually in favor of it, and I think it's a really good way to identify who the culprits are in this recession.
Why I'm here is because I'm mad as hell and I don't want to take it anymore. And it's really serious. And I think one of the things that's even frustrating while I'm here, though, is that no one is calling for the arrest of the felons on Wall Street. And in my opinion, until you start arresting the felons that are on Wall Street who continue to steal our money, you cannot get reform. It has to be arresting the people at the top, and as many as it takes. And then you have to start to put your reforms in process.
It's good that these public events happen, that people confront each other, share information. You really have to look, I think, at the end of the day, though, at our mainstream news media and ask, are they doing a good enough job in relating and explaining these really crucial financial matters to the American public?
The media, there's Fox, there's CNN, there's who knows what's really real. All you know is that a lot of people that are out of work. Like I said, 40% unemployment. The country is at 10%, and everybody's upset about that. We're at 40.